So, hello, systems of thriving people. Alexander and I have just been chatting about getting our little gang together, getting the band back together, but in multiple little cohorts as part of the 6 conversations, and just riffing on what we feel would be, worth our time, really drawing from the emergent future that matters, and not just tinkering with the deck chairs. And also practical at a certain level in terms of what we can do. And I was really intrigued by what you were saying, and Alexander, about working in a network of networks context without everything having to merge into one ring to rule them all. And in a way, this whole 6 conversations process with all the different cohorts is an experiment in that. So at a meta level, we would be serving those questions and possibilities. And I'm curious to hear more about what intrigues you in that domain, or what questions you would want to explore through these 6 conversations.
Right, and these are the things that we were also just chatting about. I'm so excited about what we might be able to do, and the process we might be able to experience, because how many of us are in these conversations all the time? It's where we live. And yet, as we were talking about, Ben, so many times these conversations is just yet another conversation about what we should be doing. And then we realize all the things we should be doing, and then we have another conversation. So I think what is really interesting about this group, and the potential that we have here, is to explore, to really see what's in the room. What is, as we talked about, what is seeking to emerge? What is to not just use the systems thinking to analyze how to leverage, to find the systemic leverage points, but also to sense into what is it that we could live into if we wanted to, be the change we want to see in the world, right? So what would that mean to do that together? How can we
be the systems you want to see in the world, right? That's your chair.
Yeah, my chair. You brought it up, so I'm gonna bring it right into our talk here. I don't know if people can see that, but there it is. It's be the systems you want to see in the world, right? And of course, it's be you in the world. So we really want everybody to really feel that they're in this. It's not that they have to disappear to be part of this.
Right.
And of course, the other thing that you liked a lot is the systems want to see.
The systems want to see. And I think that's, maybe that to me is almost the question that's most alive, is what can, the systems want to see something. And there's some possibility that when we figure out what they want, what the systems want to see, we can then engage more powerfully with what wants to emerge. And that's sort of the larger context of the 6 conversations right now in this iteration, to say a lot more might be possible just because of what's finally congealed in the last year or two, that people have been imagining and working on and prototyping for decades in many cases, right? But is it possible something's different now? And if we acted as if that was the case, we might be, quite pleased and surprised. So come explore that with us, and just help prototype this sort of distributed version of an interesting conversational process, and just reconnect. That will always be a good thing to do in my book.
I'm looking forward to it. Thanks so much, Ben.
Yeah, thanks for collaborating on it.